What's this text about? Let's follow the train of thought. Hey, Jesus, check out these rocking cool buildings. We raised a lot of money. It took a lot of time, a lot of hard work. Incredible pledge campaign, but it's done and it's beautiful. Jesus, party pooper. Every rock, every stone, every piece of, it's all coming down. Awkward silence until we get to the Mount of Olives. All right, it's private. We can finally ask him. When's that going to happen? How will we know? Jesus answers, well, there's going to be a time of increasing tension until the major disruption comes. You're going to hear rumors of wars. You're going to get hauled into court. You're going to be faithful. And all of that tension is going to lead up to a major disruption. When the Romans are going to show up and you'll feel the ground quaking under the hooves of their horses. The city will come down and it will look like the kings of this world have the victory. But in reality, the resurrected Son of God and Son of Man will have taken up his throne in heaven. And what does he do when he gets there in Acts? Well, he sends his church out, doesn't he? What does he do when he gets there in Mark 13? He sends his messengers with the gospel to the nations. Next verse. Verse 27, he will send his angels. Now it's important to know the Greek word for angels. You ready for it? Angels. Angelos. It's not even, like we don't even translate it. We just take the same letters and turn them into English and stick them in there. You know what it means? Messenger. Sometimes it's heavenly messengers, and sometimes it's earthly messengers. Sometimes it's you. When you take the gospel to your neighbors, or when the Kenya team takes the gospel to Kenya, you are angelos. Angeloi, I should say. Messengers. So here's what's happening. The ascended Christ, the resurrected Christ has ascended to his throne. Verse 27, and he will send his messengers to gather his elect from the four winds. This is where that Isaiah 11 text comes into play. Verse 12, he'll raise a banner for the nations and gather the exiles of Israel. He'll assemble the scattered people of Judah, northern kingdom, southern kingdom, from the four quarters of the earth. It's a typical Jewish way of saying the exile is over, God has kept his promises, the Messiah has been vindicated, the root of Jesse reigns in heaven, and it's time to take the gospel to the nations. You are his messengers. And his elect, his chosen people who've been dispersed, who haven't come home yet, are spread out all over the world. He wants them back. He promised to bring them home. And the nations are the beneficiaries, counterintuitively. God allowed Israel to be spread out among the nations. So when the gospel goes to Israel, it also goes to the nations. When the elect come back from exile, we get to come with them. That's the faithfulness Jesus wants. He wants his messengers taking the gospel of his death, resurrection, ascension, and reign to the four corners of the earth